When I say Alpine nation and pharma industry, your mind probably goes straight to Switzerland. But what if I told you there's another country that fits the description? We're talking about Slovenia. The country, half the size and with a fourth of the population, always prided itself at being the Balkan Switzerland. The similarities between the two go further than a few snowy mountaintops and idyllic rural villages. Slovenia has a long pharmaceutical tradition dating back to the Second World War. For decades, Swiss pharma companies Novartis and Sandoz have been investing large sums of money into Slovenia's drug companies and local infrastructure, turning the country into a key partner for the Swiss pharma industry thanks to its strong education system, modern facilities and specialized logistics providers. We visited several facilities in and around Ljubljana, the Slovenian capital, to understand how the country has become the backbone of Novartis and Sandoz operations. The pharma sector can be divided into new on-patent drugs, what is sometimes referred to as originator product or innovative medicine, and off-patent drugs, which are either biosimilars or generics. Slovenia established a name for itself with generics, but has now moved into more complex and higher-priced drugs, such as biosimilars, which are copies of biologics, drugs that are made using living organisms instead of being made synthetically. A major player in this branch is Sandoz, which spun off from Novartis in 2023. Locally, Sandoz is still called Lek, the name of the Slovenian company Novartis bought in 2002. Although this video aims to explain the importance of Slovenia's pharmaceutical industry, the supply chain begins in Switzerland. Big pharma companies have their headquarters here, and that's where decisions are made on what treatments to develop and produce, when and where. Their labs in Switzerland are where much of the early research is done. Slovenia, on the other hand, plays a key role in the development phase of both new and copycat drugs. Here's an example. Luka Peternel is head of pharmaceutical development at Sandoz in Slovenia, which is home to the company's largest generic development center in the world. In these labs, Peternel and his team develop prototypes of complex generics, turning highly potent active ingredients into tablets ready to be packaged. The technicians here are setting up the compression machine that's used to mark the pills.
So it's 350. You see?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's 350. And when maybe sometimes related to the dose, maybe sometimes are numbers. Sandoz, in some cases SDS, you know, Z. So, and these are the punches. So when you press, actually it's this on the table then, on the tablet.
Wow.
Okay?
So you must have hundreds of different...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a library.
Slovenia has also established itself as a producer of ingredients and substances. For biologics, this is a highly complex process because it's based on living organisms. For new drugs, Novartis has invested in a new production site in Mengeš, which is where we met with Polonca Kuhar, head of biologic production at Novartis Slovenia. She took us around the facility that is producing ingredients in both small and large scale that are used in Novartis drugs for diseases like multiple sclerosis.
Distinctive smell is the growth media that the cells use.
Yes, it's like a sour or something. Yeah.
It's a complex mixture of different nutrients. So it's water-based, but then it's different proteins, amino acids, sugars, microelements. So it's like a very rich broth. These big vessels, we have 4 of them here, are main stage bioreactors. As explained before, this is the stainless steel holder, and inside we have a plastic bag which comes prepared for use with all the sensors, probes and mixers that are needed for the manufacturing process.
So we start with 1 milliliter and we finish with 2000.
Oh, it's amazing.
And it takes
That's
around
interesting.
1.5 months from beginning to the end of this stage of the process. But this is only the first part. Now we have the protein, our medication, but we need to purify it. So this is done in another room where we clean the product, concentrate it, and prepare it for the final fill, where it is ready to be transported to other locations, where they prepare the final application of the drug.
Then comes the manufacturing of final products. This includes pills, capsule, patches and vials. Slovenia plays a big role here. Here's an example. In Ljubljana, there's the biggest solid production site for Novartis worldwide. What comes out of here is the product you buy at the pharmacy. The site has the capacity to produce 10 billion pills and tablets, which means around 120 or 130 million packets a year. And it supplies markets all over the world. Daniela Zaccaro, director of solid production, took us through the facilities where we saw the process from beginning to end.
So this granulate is then transferred here, you see the container, and then it's gravimetrically discharged on the machine. When it's compressed into the tablets.
This is a double station tablet press fit at 3090 with capacity up to 320,000 tablets per hour. And here we can see the IPC lab where we put process control of tablets. So in the beginning of the batch and then at least 3 times per batch. We check the mass, the hardness, the length, the thickness and so on.
This is where we package based off for US. This line is fully automated, so from the start to the end, the materials come from the high-bay warehouse directly on the line. Everything is being packed, automated, and then also the final product is shipped directly to the high-bay warehouse.
160 bottles per minute is produced. I show 160. I checked it. I guess this is the highest speed for bottling machine in the full pharma world. Yeah.
None of these activities would be possible without ingredients and materials shipped to Slovenia from other countries. Having a strong logistics hub that can supply the global pharmaceuticals market is therefore a crucial link in the supply chain. Right next to the national airport, logistics firm Kuehne operates the biggest fulfillment center for pharmaceutical products in Europe. The company, which is also headquartered in Switzerland, manages supplies and shipments for the local pharmaceutical industry thanks to its specialized processes and rigorous security. The warehouse, 4,000 square meters, is thermoregulated to ensure the different pharmaceutical products stored there don't get contaminated. Given the confidentiality and sensitivity of the goods, security is very strict.
On the average day it's coming, let's say on the inbound side, approximately between 30 and 40 trucks. This is on the average per day. But in case of the products going away to different countries in the world, they are coming even from Turkey, from Germany, from Norway, I don't know, from Spain.
Some of these boxes here, they could be here for 6 months?
Some of them could be even for some hours, because some hours, especially as we discuss about the shortage on the markets and so on. So it was produced, it's coming here and it's already order done. So we are shipping out maybe next day or maybe even the same day, because it's really critical. For some products it's really critical.
Swiss pharma is becoming increasingly dependent on this tiny country in the Alps, as it plays a larger role in the global pharmaceutical supply chain. Maybe next time you have a pill to swallow, you'll find out it's been produced in Slovenia.